Hello, welcome to another episode of Do What You Love, where we unlock your creativity, unlocking your creative life. We talk all about strategies to help you live a more creative and fulfilling life. And today I'm doing a solo episode, so it is just me today. And I'm really excited because we're going to be talking about building better relationships. Relationships in our lives are so important. Who we spend our time with influences the direction of our life. It influences how fulfilling our life is. It influences how much energy we have. All those things are so important. And so we've got to fill our lives with people that lift us up, that build us up. And just like anything else in life, when we have goals and we have dreams and we're going after something, we have to have a plan. We have to create a plan in order to make a certain area of our life better, in order to grow. And our relationships are the same. We have to be really intentional about it. And I'm really passionate about this topic because I think so often especially the people that we really care about, we can oftentimes just disregard or not really be intentional with our time on our relationships, on really focusing on building better relationships. And this is personally and professionally. In fact, I was just reading an article in the Harvard Business Review that was talking about that our relationships, the happiness that you have at work is actually and creating a fulfilling career. It depends as much on our relationships as it does the actual job, as it does the work that we do, which is fascinating, right? But when you think about it, think about a position. Maybe you held a position that you really maybe didn't love the work that much, but you loved the people. You got some of your best friends out of that work. That was a role that I took. One of the first roles that I had out of college was very challenging. It was a lot of work. I was working. Oh my gosh, I was going it was like I was getting in at like 7:38 and not leaving until 8 or 9 at night. It was crazy. But the people I worked with were so cool and fun, and we just had so much fun working together. And then on the other side, maybe there's a role that you've been in the past and you really appreciate the work and what you get to do, but man, you didn't really enjoy working with the people. Most people, when they leave a role, they're not leaving the role. They're not even leaving the company. They're leaving their leader. They're leaving their manager. They're leaving the people that they work with. And so when we think about work life and our home life, we've got to be intentional about building all the different relationships in our lives, all the different people that we interact with. Jim Rohn, the famous motivational speaker, he says that you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So are you intentional about those people who are on your list? So that's what we're talking about today, how to build better relationships personally and professionally, and some really simple ideas that you can consider to start building better relationships and really being intentional about that area of your life. So I was actually chatting with a friend of mine this week, and I'm so grateful to her because she is one of my creative friends. In my book, Do What You Love, I talk about creative friends and the importance of having creative friends. And creative friends are essentially people that are going after their dreams. They have big dreams and they are doing something about them every day. And the reason why it's so important to have creative friends is because they understand the challenges of pursuing their dreams. They understand things like fear and doubt and procrastination and overwhelm and overthink. Like they deal with those same things. And so when we can be around people that understand us, that understand that challenge, and that also can help push us, oh, it's a beautiful thing. And so this is why I wanted to talk about this topic today. All right. So the six things that you can consider, some ideas to consider to help you build better relationships. And the first one is to write down your list. So if you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, who's on your list? Like, who are those 5 people? And then what we get to do is we get to look at that list and decide, okay, those are 5 people that I spend the most time with. What do I feel about those people? Do they lift me up? Do they enhance my energy or do they drain my energy? Do I feel like they're supporting me? Do I feel like they have my back, or are they someone on your in your life that you feel like when you see their number pop up on the phone, you're like, "Oh, goodness." So what is that? What do those people do? So write that list of who you spend the most time with, and then how do you feel about those people? How do you feel about those relationships? The second thing that you can then do is decide who you want to build a better relationship with. This is so important. So, in the work that I get to do, we do a lot of different trainings and speaking and coaching of leaders. And there's this presentation that we do. It's a fun dream storm that we do. And at the end of the presentation, we actually ask people, or during the presentation, we ask one of the questions that we ask is, who in your life do you want to build a better relationship with? And what's really fun is we get to see all the responses on the screen. It's anonymous, so everyone feels free to share. And typically, we see very similar responses. So they want to have a better relationship with their spouses, with their friends, with their colleagues. There's always someone very specific. So when I ask that question to you, who are you thinking about? Who do you want to build a better relationship with in your life? And one comment that comes up all the time, and it just warms my heart every time because it always gets shown up on the screen, that people will say is me. Me. People want to have a better relationship with themselves. And I love that. I love that level of self-awareness. And I love that they had the courage to put that on there, because I think all of us can build a deeper relationship with ourselves. We can be someone else's biggest cheerleader, and sometimes we are our own worst enemy. We would never talk to ourselves the way that we talk to our friends or the people that we really love. And so think about, who in your life do you want to build a better relationship with? And then we sometimes will say, all right, if you really want to build a better relationship with that person, then here's something you can do right now, immediately, before we even leave the room today. You can break out your phone. So take out your phone and text that person, and just text them. Text them, hey, how's it going? Or hey, are you around later? I would love to have a phone call. Or, just ask them. So, or even what I love to do is remind them of a memory of a time that you did something with them, and you get to remind them of that, like, hey, I really appreciated that day that I got to see you, or that time that we went out, or whatever it is. And that's the first step to start to build a relationship with those people. Number 3 is to be a great listener. Be a great listener. So many of us, we can improve our listening skills. Like, on a scale of 1 to 5, 5 being an incredible listener, what would you rate yourself as a listener? Now, I would think that for most of us, we're probably going to rate ourselves pretty high, but let's be brutally honest with ourselves and decide, hey, there's probably an opportunity for us to get better at listening. We've all been in that situation when we're out with friends or a colleague or a loved one, and they're sharing a story with us. And instead of wholeheartedly really focusing and paying attention and deeply, deeply listening, we're thinking, "Ooh, I have something to say to them. I have something I want to comment to them," instead of just allowing the conversation to flow and just being truly, truly, truly a great listener. And we know those people because we've experienced it, when you're talking to a great listener and you're like, wow, they are really 100% focused on me and this conversation and being together. And that is a beautiful thing. That is a beautiful gift that we get to give our friends and loved ones, because so often we're not used to it, especially today, in today's world, where we're so used to everyone on their phone and texting. And even when we're out to dinner or on a trip with someone, it's just everyone is on their phone. We're so addicted to that, instead of, hey, I'm here with you. Let's spend time together. Let's be with one another. Let me really listen to what you have going on. And so that is a true, true gift that we get to give the people that we love. All right, number 4 is to schedule carefree timelessness with the people that you love most. So I love this idea. Matthew Kelly talks about carefree timelessness in his book, The Rhythm of Life. And it's essentially just time. It's like time that you get to waste with someone, quote unquote waste. And this is really important, especially for all you type A driven people who have all these goals and all these ambitions and all these dreams, and you're just feeling like you have to go, go, go. It's kind of challenging for you to sit and relax. Cause I get that way sometimes, right? Like we're like, we gotta be doing stuff. We have to be productive all the time. But it's being productive when we are spending time with the people that we love, when we get to spend time with people in just a carefree way. One of my favorite things to do is to go to my sister's and I get to hang out with her and her three kids. And it's just this time in life when the challenges of all the day to day stuff kind of just floats away because I'm so present and I'm so in the moment. And if you have kids, you get it, right? Like when we are around children, it's just so beautiful because they have such a fun way of looking at life and they make you laugh and they say the craziest things and so it's a beautiful space to be in. And so what does that look like for you? What does carefree timelessness look like for you and your spouse, your best friends? To be able to be truly, truly present with them, to just not be thinking about what you have to do when you get home, what are you gonna have make for dinner, all the things that are going on in life, just laugh with each other and be with one another. When's the last time you spent some carefree timelessness with someone that you really loved in your life? And this is your opportunity now to take a look at your calendar and put some of that put some of that on the calendar and don't don't delete it. Make it happen. All right, number 5, ask those you care about what their dreams are. Ask people about their dreams. Most people are not talking about their dreams. They're not being asked about their dreams. And you get to ask people about their dreams. And what does that do? Not only does that unlock some of that dreaming for them and they get excited because who doesn't want to talk about their dreams, but it's also a reminder to keep dreaming. We can all use more dreaming in the world, right? Like so many people have forgotten about their dreams. They've lost their dreams because it's not being talked about. So when you ask someone about their dreams, immediately their energy shifts and you get to start building a deeper relationship with them because now you know more about them. They're giving you the gift of understanding them in a way that maybe you haven't discovered before because they're sharing with you their dreams. And this could be dreams in all areas of life: physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, psychological, creative. Like, what do people really want in their life? And so when we ask people about their dreams, we start to develop these relationships with them because now we know more about that person. We know what's really important to that person. And then number 6 is to help those people fulfill their dreams. When we know, have you ever noticed that when somebody tells you about their dream, if they have a goal, if they have something in their life that they really want to achieve, what do we immediately think? Oh, how can I help them? How can I support them? What can I do to make that dream happen? If we can connect them with someone or help them network in a certain way, or if we can provide them an opportunity, or this is where people love to share about books and resources. Hey, I really think this would really guide you and help you along your journey to help you fulfill that dream. And so that's what we that's what we love to do. So the more that we're talking about our dreams, the more that we can make connections with each other, the more that we can grow and build together. Dreaming is such a great way to have some of that carefree timelessness because you're able to talk about your dreams and just kind of hang and chill and relax and really build that bigger, better future for yourself and be really excited about your life, no matter where you are or no matter how you feel about life right now. And so those are 6 ideas to consider when building better relationships. And when we do these things, we'll start to see immediately how much more rich and full and fulfilling our lives become because we start to grow in the relationships that we have. We start to attract more of those people so that we develop those types of relationships. So they're not all so surfaced. So we have people in our lives that we can call when we need someone to talk to, when we just need someone to vent to. They understand us, they know us, they get us. And I know that some people seem to have a lot of people like that in their lives, and that's a beautiful thing. And if you don't, that's totally okay. Imagine how many people don't have even one person. And so we get to harness that within the people that we get to meet. And this also means that we sometimes have to put ourselves out of our comfort zone, right? To try to meet new people, to go to networking events, to reach out to friends that we might have we might not have seen in a while. And we get to spark that conversation and reconnect with people that have been really important to us in the past. And maybe we can reconnect and start to build that relationship again. Don't you love those people? Do you have those friends that you could not talk to them for 2 years, 3 years, and then when you see them, it's just immediate. Like, you have this immediate connection. There's a reason for that. And the reason for that is probably because you've done some of the things that we talked about on the list without even thinking about it. You've built that connection, you've built that bond. And that is so awesome, and we get to do that throughout our lives, and so we've gotta be intentional about what that looks like and what you're creating and what you're building. So I hope that you found this video helpful. I hope that you take some of these ideas and it inspires you to start building a deeper relationship with the people in your lives, and to also push you outside your comfort zone to start to grow and develop and to meet some new people, to start to build even more rich and fulfilling relationships with some other people in your life. Even that list that you have of people that you want to build a better relationship with, that list can include people that you don't yet know. Maybe there are people that you really admire in business or you admire in their personal life, and you have an opportunity to reach out to them, especially today when we have so much opportunity on social media to reach out to the people that we really find fascinating and interesting. So, I hope you found this helpful. And if you did, I would love for you to comment below, share with us some tips that you use to build better relationships, and which one of these ideas sparked any kind of inspiration in you that's going to push you forward to take action on one of these things, because we've got to take action on the ideas that we learn. And when we listen to a podcast, read a book, watch a video, whatever, if there's something that really drew us into that idea or concept, we get to then take action on that idea to help live a more fulfilling life. So that is the challenge today, is to take one of these ideas and do one thing, just one thing. You can give yourself the next couple days, just one thing, to start building a deeper relationship with the people that you love. All right, you are awesome. Thank you so much for watching. If you're not yet subscribed to my channel, I invite you to do so for more content and videos to help you create a career and life you love. And until next time, go create something.